Hey, world. Just wanted to pop on and basically go into depth within these test three. Here's the issue with narcissists. Now, they don't care about your needs, your wants, etc., etc. But they have practiced empathy and they know how to react. Think about this now. These kids have been practicing facial expressions and studying other people on how to react because they don't understand emotions. So, with that in mind, when it comes to testing these potential new partners, potential narcissists, potential psychos, etc., there's a problem. Because it's literally up to you to define whether or not this person is being honest with you. Now, don't forget though, empathy lines. I'm so sorry. The overly compassion. But again, at the start of the relationship, you've got the love bombing aspect. So they will be quiet and let you speak because, as far as they're concerned, it's like it's gold. You're giving them gold. You're telling them how to control you. You're telling them about your past relationships, what was done to you, so they could build on that with the grooming techniques and so on and so forth. This is the issue we face. But do not forget, 1 in 10 are narcissists or psychopaths. So, if you know at least 10 people, at least one of them is. This is the problem. And social media and the rest of it exemplifies this. The key is to be aware, have awareness of these traits, tells, this lack of empathy, care, even though sometimes they show it. And you've got narcissists like communal narcissists that only do it so they could get that ego fed by those people that believe him. Even if he's a convicted felon, doesn't matter. He's groomed these thousands of people in this town. He's a communal narcissist. He works the community. He works charities. He does this for the appreciation. That's it. That's all it is. And more. So again, it comes down to your definition and your understanding of this. I mean, 1 pattern, accident. 2, stressful day. 3, it's a pattern. It's systematic. It's on repeat. It's happening. So, first fuck up. Okay. First lie, and you chose to believe him even though you know it's a lie. Second lie, it's like, okay, he's having a bad day, so you're just making up excuses. Third lie, okay, this is a fucking pattern. This son of a bitch is lying to me consistently. This repeats. This is what you've got to look out for. Problem is with narcissists, though, you could be in a relationship for 6 months to 3 years before that mask fails or slips, and you see the true person behind it. Again, these hierarchy tests, when it comes to people that work in the industries like food service, all of that. Like, my ex-nat was an absolute dream towards them. He was appreciative. He was kind. Not in public, he wasn't. Oh, sorry. Not in private, he wasn't. So, in private, he was away. Didn't know how to react, didn't know how to respond. Every conversation was twisted back onto me, so, it was more confusing. Just like, cause that cognitive dissonance. Make you, it's that flight, fight, freeze concept, but because you're so confused in cognitive dissonance, it's the freeze concept. It's like, you're going back in your mind. It's like, what? But this happened, that happened, that one. But he's just convinced you that's not real. So he's warping your reality. That's a form of grooming. And so on and so forth. I could go on for hours about this. But, yeah. This is what to keep in mind when it comes to these tests, traits, and tells, what you're looking for. And don't forget, do not get them confused with autism. Autism is really about self-protection, fear. But then you've got the narcissism. That's fear of exposure. But they don't really care about the self-protection. It's more about dominance and control. So, again, unless you're threatening one or threatening with exposure, then they will retaliate. You're talking the dark triad personalities here. Dark dynamics. We're going, to Drac the Ripper, to every psychopath, murderer, all of that in the world. I mean, prisons are full of them when it comes to the dark triads. You've got the Machiavellianism, the narcissism, the psychopathy. I mean, it really, I've been watching Dr. Romani a lot lately. It really should be 4, because there's a paranoia in there as well, isn't there? So, it should be a 4-pointed star with all of this to be that dark triad, because they're paranoid of exposure. They're paranoid you're going to to figure out who they are. And they do this before the relationship even starts. That's why they start lying and grooming you into believing their reality or their perception or their past. You know, they could lie about their age, their name, where they're from, essentially gaslight you so much that they isolate you, or you even isolate yourself because you're convinced that your reality is warped and you don't want to be locked up in the nut house. You know what I mean? Anybody that's been through this will understand this. If you haven't been through this, you ain't got a clue. This is psychological torture. That's what it is. It really is. There needs to be a long prison sentence, and there is for it, if you can get the proof. I would recommend going onto the Wi-Fi and talking to the Wi-Fi provider you have and downloading a data packet of every website that's ever been visited, etc., etc. Or get a family plan and start monitoring exactly what they go on, you know, over 18 sites, blah, 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 just to find out. I mean, essentially your phone is a tracking device. If you've got a family plan, they're tracking you, I guarantee that. Start tracking them. See what they're up to, where they go. See if they turn it off. Put an alert system on it. You know? Investigate. If you think you're with a person with these traits, tells, dynamics, they're never going to change. It doesn't really matter what you do, how you do it, how you persuade them, how you persuade yourself, how you convince yourself, how you try and bend or agree with their reality and just go along with it. You know, happy life, just agree, walk on. Well, that's self-abuse, self-denial, spirals, etc., etc., and it can go a lot deeper than that, to the point where brain damage. They've scanned. I've seen brain scans before and after, just online researching, and there is quite a lot of brain damage. Not to mention the heartbreak. You know, they're actually studying that a lot right now. Heartbreak literally feels like a minor heart attack. Seriously, it causes physical, actual pain and damage. Think about that. Think about all those dynamics in that relationship you're facing right now. Do you want that to be your life? I sure as hell wouldn't. But that's your choice. These are your tests. Wow. This is your decision to follow your decisions on these tests and how you would perceive them or progress with testing them. So think about it. Think about people in your life. Look at their body language. Look at their facial expressions. Are they dead? Like, do they care? Are they happy, expressive, excited to see you? They're bubbly. Again, it depends on the type of narcissist you're interacting with. There are so many. And, you know, if you're unlucky like me, you'll have an adaptive one. An adaptive one can change from malignant to communal to vulnerable to cerebral to, you know, you have to be extremely intelligent to even pathologically lie and follow those lies and keep those lies going for years. So you are dealing with someone who's got a lot up there, who can read you, who's been practicing his facial expressions and his responses his entire life, or her entire life. But the body language betrays, because that's a different type of training. So when they say no, but nod yes, that's the body language telling you the truth right there. Seriously. It is harder to control your body language than it is to change your personality. It can take decades. So learn to read it. Get the body language for dummies. That opened my eyes so much. There should be a course on that in primary school. Just basic toxic patterns to avoid and nasty people. Honestly, really should. With that in mind, I've been yapping for 10 minutes and I'm going to go study. So thanks for listening.